Did you know that the small, almost invisible routines you follow every day after 60 could be quietly cutting your life short? No, I'm not talking about reckless behavior or a major diagnosis. I'm talking about seemingly innocent habits, the ones you don't think twice about, the ones society has normalized, the ones that feel so harmless you never even question them. But what if I told you these habits are like silent termites eating away at your foundation? In my 30 years as a doctor, deeply invested in the physical and emotional well-being of older adults, I've seen firsthand how simple shifts in behavior can add years, not just in quantity but in quality. I've watched patients turn around chronic conditions, revive fading energy, and even reverse cognitive decline simply by addressing these 5 overlooked habits. And today I'm here to walk you through them, with real-life stories, emotional reflections, and easy but powerful advice that could very well save your life or someone you love. Stay with me. You deserve these extra years. You deserve peace, clarity, and strength. Let's dive in. Number 1, the habit of chronic sleep deprivation. Sleep is often viewed merely as a time of rest, but in reality it is much more than that. It's essential for biological repair. Every night, while we sleep, our bodies undergo a variety of restorative processes. The brain clears away waste products, consolidates memories, and builds new neural connections. The heart has the chance to reset and recover from the daily stress of circulating blood throughout the body. Sleep also plays a pivotal role in regulating immune function, ensuring that our bodies can fight off infections and heal from injuries. This is particularly true as we age. Older adults tend to experience changes in sleep patterns, which can lead to more fragmented and lighter sleep. As we age, the production of certain hormones, such as melatonin, decreases, making it more difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep throughout the night. Unfortunately, many older adults find themselves sacrificing sleep in favor of other responsibilities, such as caregiving, which further exacerbates the situation. Brain function, heart health, and immunity are all significantly impacted by sleep deprivation. When we don't get enough sleep, our cognitive function suffers. We may experience difficulty concentrating, memory loss, and slower reaction times. Chronic sleep deprivation has also been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. The heart does not get the necessary downtime it needs, and over time, this strain can lead to problems such as high blood pressure, arrhythmias, and even heart failure. Moreover, lack of sleep weakens the immune system, leaving the body more vulnerable to illness and infection. Yet, in many societies, especially in the fast-paced, productivity-driven cultures of the modern world, sleep is often glorified as something we must sacrifice in order to keep up with our busy lives. We've all heard the phrase, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," and it reflects a dangerous mindset that overemphasizes work and achievement while undervaluing the importance of rest and recovery. In fact, chronic sleep deprivation is a silent contributor to many of the health problems that plague modern society, particularly in older adults. From my personal experience as a healthcare professional, I've seen firsthand how caregivers, often elderly themselves, sacrifice sleep to care for loved ones. This selflessness, while admirable, takes a toll on their health. I often hear stories from my patients who, despite their own aging bodies and medical conditions, stay up late or wake up early to tend to their spouses, children, or even grandchildren. Their bodies cry out for rest, yet they push themselves beyond their limits, leading to exhaustion, frustration, and eventually serious health complications. For older adults, improving sleep hygiene is crucial to maintaining health and well-being. Simple changes in daily routines can make a world of difference. Establishing a regular sleep schedule, creating a calming bedtime routine, and limiting exposure to screens and blue light before bed are essential steps. Additionally, optimizing the sleep environment is key. Making sure the bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet promotes better sleep quality. Bonus tips can enhance sleep hygiene even further. Herbal teas such as chamomile or valerian root are known for their calming properties and can help promote relaxation before bedtime. Maintaining a comfortable body temperature is also essential for good sleep. A cool room temperature, combined with lightweight bedding, allows the body to maintain an optimal sleep state. Finally, incorporating deep breathing rituals can help regulate stress levels, calm the mind, and prepare the body for a restful night of sleep. Techniques such as box breathing or progressive muscle relaxation can be beneficial in achieving deep, uninterrupted rest. Number 2, living under constant low-grade stress. Chronic low-grade stress is a silent and insidious force that wears away at your health over time. It's not the big dramatic events that do the most damage, but rather the constant hum of anxiety, worry, and unresolved emotional tension that builds up in the background of everyday life. This stress, often ignored or dismissed as just part of life, can have profound effects on your body, mind, and spirit over decades. When we experience stress, our body activates the fight or flight response, a primal mechanism designed to protect us from immediate threats. However, in today's world, stress is often persistent and unrelenting, keeping our bodies in a perpetual state of alert. Over time, this constant activation of the stress response can have serious consequences. One of the most profound effects of chronic stress is on our hormones, particularly cortisol. This hormone, produced by the adrenal glands, plays an essential role in managing stress and inflammation. While cortisol is beneficial in small doses, prolonged exposure to high cortisol levels can cause damage. It disrupts the balance of other hormones, suppresses the immune system, and can lead to weight gain, digestive issues, and even the development of chronic conditions such as hypertension and diabetes. Inflammation is another result of long-term stress. Our bodies tend to produce more inflammatory chemicals in response to stress, which over time can contribute to heart disease, arthritis, and even some cancers. Chronic inflammation has been linked to damage in the heart, leading to an increased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases. The impact of stress on the heart and brain is also significant. High cortisol levels can elevate blood pressure, leading to heart disease. Meanwhile, the brain, which is particularly sensitive to stress, can suffer long-term consequences. Chronic stress can shrink the hippocampus, the area responsible for memory and emotional regulation, and impair cognitive function. It also heightens the risk of mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and even dementia. What many of us fail to realize is that grief, especially when left unspoken or unresolved, can contribute to this background stress. It could be the loss of a loved one, a relationship, a dream, or even a part of your own identity. Emotional grief doesn't just vanish. It accumulates in the body, often in the form of tension, fatigue, and irritability. Unprocessed grief manifests in ways we don't fully understand, leading to emotional and physical exhaustion. The weight of this unspoken sorrow may not always be visible, but it silently builds up, affecting our well-being far more than we realize. To counteract the effects of chronic stress, we must take deliberate actions. Journaling is a powerful tool to help release bottled-up emotions and track stress triggers. It allows you to confront and process what's weighing on your mind. Writing provides a safe space for vulnerability and reflection, helping to relieve stress by putting thoughts into perspective. Another helpful strategy is mindful breath work. Deep, slow breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural relaxation response. It calms the heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and brings you into the present moment. Setting aside just a few minutes each day to focus on your breath can help to break the cycle of stress and recenter your mind. Lastly, learning to say no without guilt is crucial. We often carry the weight of others' expectations, which only adds to our stress. Setting boundaries and prioritizing your own well-being is not selfish. It's necessary for long-term health. Saying no allows you to conserve energy and protect yourself from overwhelming demands. Forgiveness is another critical part of healing. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges creates a constant low-grade stress in the body. It ties up energy and keeps you in a cycle of negativity. By choosing to forgive, whether it's yourself or others, you release the emotional burden that drags you down. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior. It means freeing yourself from the grip of anger and allowing yourself to move forward with peace. Inner peace is a powerful health strategy. When you make peace with your past and with the world around you, the constant undercurrent of stress begins to subside. This peace reflects not only in your emotional state, but also in your physical health, as it reduces inflammation, lowers cortisol levels, and improves heart and brain function. Cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, plays a critical role in managing stress, but its effects can become harmful when it's chronically elevated. When you experience stress, cortisol is released to prepare your body to deal with the situation. It increases glucose levels, suppresses digestion, and gives you the energy to face a challenge. However, when this state becomes prolonged, cortisol continues to circulate in the bloodstream, leading to significant wear on the body. Over time, elevated cortisol levels can lead to a host of problems, including chronic fatigue, digestive issues, anxiety, and depression. It can also contribute to the breakdown of muscle tissue, weight gain, and increased belly fat, particularly around the abdomen, which is associated with heart disease. Cortisol also interferes with sleep patterns. High cortisol levels can keep you awake at night, preventing the restorative sleep that is essential for health. This creates a vicious cycle. Stress affects sleep, which in turn exacerbates stress. In conclusion, living under constant low-grade stress isn't something that can be ignored. Over time, it impacts every part of your body, leading to physical ailments, emotional pain, and a loss of vitality. Recognizing the signs of stress, understanding its effects, and taking action to address it can dramatically improve your health and quality of life. Number 3. Eating ultra-processed foods. Why the convenience of modern foods is quietly toxic. As we age, many of us find ourselves seeking comfort in food, often turning to the familiar flavors and textures that have been a part of our lives for decades. However, in a world increasingly dominated by convenience, many of the foods we reach for are ultra-processed, laden with unhealthy additives, and offer little nutritional value. While these foods may satisfy our immediate cravings, they carry long-term consequences that can quietly sabotage our health, especially in older adults. Recent studies have shown that gut health is more intricately connected to our overall well-being than previously thought. Our gut is home to trillions of bacteria that play a critical role in regulating our immune system, influencing mood, and supporting cognitive functions. Ultra-processed foods, often high in sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, can disrupt the balance of these gut bacteria, leading to inflammation, weakened immunity, and even a decline in mental health. For older adults who may already be dealing with age-related issues such as decreased immunity or cognitive decline, the cumulative effect of these foods can be particularly damaging. When we eat ultra-processed foods, we are also depleting our bodies of the nutrients it needs to maintain healthy gut bacteria, which in turn affects our emotional and cognitive health. For example, the lack of fiber, essential vitamins, and healthy fats in processed foods can contribute to anxiety, depression, and memory problems. By opting for more natural, nutrient-rich alternatives, we can nourish our gut and in turn improve our immunity, mood, and cognitive function. As we grow older, the need for comfort becomes more pronounced. Food often becomes a source of emotional solace, a way to relive memories and find a moment of peace in a fast-paced world. However, this emotional connection to food can also lead to unhealthy habits, as we may turn to sugary, salty, or processed snacks that remind us of happier times. The comfort these foods provide is fleeting, but the effects on our health can be long-lasting. It's important to acknowledge that food can be an emotional refuge, especially in our later years. But rather than relying on ultra-processed options, we can find comfort in healthier alternatives that nourish both our bodies and our souls. Preparing meals with loved ones, enjoying recipes passed down through generations, or simply savouring the flavours of fresh ingredients can all provide the same emotional satisfaction while supporting our overall health. One of the biggest obstacles to eating healthy in later years is the time and effort required to prepare meals. But with a few small changes in the kitchen, you can dramatically improve your diet without much hassle. Simple, 5-minute recipes that use fresh ingredients can replace the quick processed options you might otherwise grab out of convenience. Think salads with pre-washed greens, avocado toast, or quick stir-fries with frozen vegetables and lean proteins. Batch cooking is another time-saving strategy. By cooking larger quantities of healthy meals and freezing them in portioned containers, you can ensure that you always have nutritious options available when hunger strikes. This eliminates the need for processed foods, which often have a longer shelf life but come with unhealthy preservatives and artificial ingredients. Loneliness is a common experience for older adults, particularly for those who have lost loved ones or no longer have the energy to socialize as much. Food can provide a sense of comfort during these times, but it's essential to recognize that while nostalgic foods may evoke warm memories, they are not always the healthiest choice. Sometimes, the need for comfort can lead us to reach for the very foods that harm us. Rather than relying on these nostalgic foods, it may help to reconnect with cooking in a way that feels both emotionally satisfying and physically nourishing. Recreating old family recipes with healthier ingredients, or simply savouring the flavours of fresh seasonal produce, can help satisfy both emotional and physical needs. One of the key benefits of whole, minimally processed foods is their ability to provide essential nutrients that our bodies need to function properly. Fibre, for example, is crucial for digestive health, helping to regulate blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of heart disease. Antioxidants, found in a wide range of fruits and vegetables, protect the body from oxidative stress and inflammation, which are linked to aging and chronic conditions. Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish, are vital for brain health and cognitive function. They also support heart health and reduce inflammation, which can be particularly important as we age. By shifting away from ultra-processed foods and focusing on these nutrient-dense options, we can improve our overall health and better manage the challenges that come with aging. In conclusion, while ultra-processed foods may provide convenience and emotional comfort, they come at a significant cost to our health. By making simple changes in our diet and reconnecting with whole, nourishing foods, we can improve our gut health, boost our immune system, enhance our mood, and protect our cognition as we age. Number 4, social isolation. Social isolation is a quiet epidemic that many elderly individuals face, often unnoticed by those around them. The line between solitude, which can be healthy, and harmful isolation, which can be destructive, is thin and often blurred. While solitude can provide peace, reflection, and personal space, isolation, especially when prolonged, can lead to devastating consequences for the elderly. Research consistently shows that social isolation accelerates mental decline, with loneliness contributing to an increased risk of conditions like Alzheimer's disease and dementia. The lack of social engagement, cognitive stimulation, and emotional support can cause a person to become withdrawn, leading to a rapid decline in their mental health. Isolation has also been linked to depression. The longer an individual remains isolated, the more they may spiral into feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and a sense of purposelessness. Depression in elderly individuals can go unnoticed, as it often manifests differently than in younger populations. Additionally, the risk of cardiovascular issues, such as heart disease and high blood pressure, becomes more significant for isolated individuals. Studies have shown that loneliness can increase the likelihood of heart attacks and strokes, further emphasizing the need for connection and social support. Understanding why many elderly individuals retreat from social life requires delving into their psyche. Some retreat due to pride, as they may feel embarrassed about their aging body, mobility issues, or diminished cognitive abilities. This can lead them to withdraw from social events, avoiding situations where they feel vulnerable or dependent. Others retreat due to fear of judgment, fear of being seen as a burden, or fear of rejection. The changes in social roles after retirement can also make elders feel disconnected from society. Finally, the decline in energy levels can deter older adults from participating in social activities. As they grow older, many feel less able to keep up with the physical demands of socializing, leading to an inevitable withdrawal from the people and experiences that once brought them joy. While the causes of social isolation are complex, solutions are available. One effective strategy for combating isolation is finding micro-connections. These small, everyday interactions, whether with a neighbour, a fellow church member, or even a store clerk, can provide crucial moments of human connection, breaking up long stretches of loneliness. Volunteering is another powerful way for elderly individuals to reconnect with society. Giving back to others not only offers a sense of purpose, but also helps foster new relationships and a sense of belonging. Pet therapy, where seniors interact with animals, has been shown to have profound benefits for emotional well-being. Pets provide unconditional love and companionship, offering seniors comfort, joy, and a reason to stay active. There are few things as healing as touch, laughter, and shared memories. Physical touch, whether through a hug or holding hands, releases oxytocin, the feel-good hormone that helps combat feelings of loneliness and anxiety. Laughter, too, is a powerful medicine. It not only promotes emotional well-being, but also has physical benefits, such as lowering stress hormones and improving heart health. Shared memories, whether through storytelling, reminiscing with loved ones, or simply looking through old photo albums, can help seniors feel more connected to their past and to others. These experiences create emotional bonds that defy the boundaries of time, offering a sense of continuity and belonging. The detrimental effects of social isolation are supported by numerous scientific studies. In fact, research shows that loneliness can be more harmful to one's health than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The physiological and psychological toll of isolation increases stress, weakens the immune system, and heightens the risk of chronic diseases. In comparison, the negative impact of smoking on health is well known and understood. Yet loneliness has been found to be just as, if not more, destructive. Thus, addressing social isolation in the elderly is not merely a matter of enhancing their emotional well-being, it is a vital issue of public health. To combat this silent epidemic, society must invest in fostering more meaningful connections for the aging population before it is too late. Number 5, holding it in, emotions and urine. The simple act of holding in urine may seem harmless, but it is far more than just a physical issue. It's a silent dual health threat that affects both your physical and emotional well-being. Many people overlook the connection between emotional suppression and bladder health, but there's a deeper link that impacts your body in ways you may not even realize. When you hold in urine for too long, you're not only putting unnecessary pressure on your bladder, but you're also increasing the risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs. The longer urine sits in the bladder, the more likely bacteria are to multiply, leading to infections. Over time, this pressure can cause long-term damage to the pelvic floor muscles, weakening them and potentially leading to incontinence or other bladder issues. It's a vicious cycle where the body's physical limits are pushed, leading to further complications if not addressed. In parallel, the act of holding in emotions has a similar toll on the body. Emotional suppression, especially in men, often leads to anxiety, depression, and stress, all of which have a direct impact on physical health. Just like holding in urine, holding in emotions causes tension in the body. Chronic stress from emotional suppression can cause tightness in the pelvic muscles, leading to bladder issues or even chronic pain. It also impacts your body's overall ability to heal and cope with everyday stresses. Emotions are energy in motion, and when suppressed, they get trapped in your body, affecting various systems. This connection is particularly significant when you consider the role of the bladder in emotional release. Holding in both urine and emotions might be your body's way of trying to maintain control, but it ultimately results in more damage, both emotionally and physically. From a medical standpoint, the advice is clear. Both your bladder and your emotions require regular healthy release. The body signals when it's time to relieve itself, and similarly, your emotional well-being demands timely expression. Doctors suggest creating a regular schedule to visit the bathroom, ensuring that your bladder isn't overburdened. Just as you need to address your physical needs, emotional needs should be acknowledged too. Speaking up and expressing emotions regularly prevents them from accumulating and causing emotional strain, just like relieving yourself prevents unnecessary pressure on the bladder. A critical cultural factor in this discussion, particularly for men, is the generational silence around expressing emotions. Many men have been conditioned by societal norms to suppress their feelings, often linked to pride or shame. Real men don't cry, or don't be weak, are often phrases that shape emotional responses. This silent resistance to vulnerability causes long-term harm to mental health, potentially leading to issues like anger, frustration, and ultimately physical health problems like bladder issues. The suppression of these emotions over time can weaken the ability to cope with stress, creating a greater emotional and physical burden. To address both the emotional and physical aspects of this issue, it's crucial to take proactive steps. One practical tool is the use of an emotion journal. Writing down your feelings allows for a healthy emotional release, helping to process and manage them before they cause harm. It also gives you a space to reflect on the connection between your emotions and physical health. Another actionable tool is setting up reminders for regular bathroom breaks. It's simple, but ensuring that you aren't holding in your urine for too long is vital for maintaining bladder health. Combined, these practices help manage both the body's physical needs and emotional well-being, creating a balanced and healthy lifestyle. By addressing both the emotional and physical components of holding things in, you can create a more harmonious life where your body and mind are both in alignment, free from unnecessary burdens. As we look back on the 5 habits we've discussed today, it's important to reflect on the long-term consequences they can have on our health and well-being. Habits like neglecting sleep, ignoring nutrition, and allowing stress to take over can silently erode our vitality over time. The dangers may not always be immediately visible, but they accumulate and can leave us feeling worn out and disconnected from our bodies and minds. But here's the empowering truth. Small, consistent changes can lead to massive results. Just like the steady drip of water carving out a canyon, even the tiniest of improvements can add up to profound transformation. It's never about making a grand gesture overnight, but rather about the willingness to take small steps each day. A better sleep schedule, healthier eating choices, or a few minutes of stretching every morning can have exponential benefits on your physical and mental health. Medically speaking, the human body is incredibly resilient, and even after 60, it retains the ability to regenerate. Muscle mass can be rebuilt with proper nutrition and exercise. The brain can stay sharp with mental stimulation, and the heart can benefit from mindfulness and relaxation techniques. The key lies in believing in the body's potential and not succumbing to the idea that aging automatically means deterioration. Every day is an opportunity for renewal, no matter your age. And don't forget, you still have time. You still matter. Too often, as we grow older, we begin to feel invisible or as if we've missed our window of opportunity. But life does not operate on a timeline dictated by age. As long as we are breathing, we have the power to choose how we live. You are not defined by your age, you are defined by the decisions you make now. I want to share with you a personal story of a patient who serves as a powerful reminder that it's never too late to make a change. This woman, at the age of 85, came to me feeling frail and exhausted, unsure of what more could be done, but she made the choice to change. She started walking every day, eating more nourishing foods and practicing mindfulness. Now, at 92, she dances every week and says she feels more alive than she has in decades. Her transformation wasn't magic, it was the result of daily choices. And it serves as a testament to what is possible when we decide to take control of our lives. The life lesson here is simple. It's never too late to choose life. Each moment is an opportunity for growth, for healing, and for joy. It's never about erasing the past, but about building a future that honors your strength and resilience. And you can begin today. If this video opened your eyes, I invite you to share one thing in the comments that resonated with you today. Was there a habit you realized you've been holding on to, or a change you're excited to make moving forward? Have you struggled with any of these habits? What's one small step you can take to begin breaking them? Are you ready to break them? Let us know your thoughts. And if you found this video valuable, please like, comment, and subscribe to Golden Years Balance. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating thoughtful, science-backed, and heart-driven content for people like you. Until next time, take care of your body, your heart, and your peace.